Welcome back to episode 2 of She Broke the Cycle series. Child, listen, I'm gonna have to hit you hard like God hit me with those Exodus 14:15 Jesus steppers on. Oh, girl, you talk about everybody else abandoning you. Um, I'm gonna be honest, you abandoning yourself too. Now, this episode ain't gonna be for everybody, okay? But it's for those women who have said, you know what, everybody abandoning me, but you abandon yourself too, a lot. That's why it's hard to accomplish your goals. That's why it's hard to look at yourself in the mirror because you say that everyone else has forgotten about you. But what are you doing to pour into you? That's why you settle so much. That man ain't the only person that's giving you the bare minimum because you're doing it to yourself too. God done gave you a lot of visions. He done told you to do a lot of things. But you say, well, I got a baby, but I got this, I got that. You got God. And with God, all things are possible. I can only tell you this because he had this same conversation with me. I told you he done smacked me upside the head plenty of times because I kept giving him excuses and I kept settling and I kept thinking that I wasn't worthy because I abandoned myself. And I'm going to tell you this because nobody else didn't tell me this. This is not the time to beat yourself up, okay? This is the time to go back into the mirror. Mm-hmm. We're not just doing affirmations. This is like a real deal wake up call. Okay, because this is the year that you're gonna become everything that God created you to be. I repeat, this is not the time to beat yourself up. Okay, you've been doing enough of that a long time. So we got to get back to loving ourselves. So now that we found this newfound self-awareness of, I got to get my life back together. I got to get me back together. I got to pour into me. This is an open invitation to let God in. All right. This is an open invitation to ask God to not only help you, but carry the burden because you've been carrying it for a long time. And it wasn't even supposed to be your burden to carry. Let's get that straight. Okay. You wasn't supposed to carry the load. I'm sorry that you've been doing that for a long time, but this is the year that you got to surrender, baby. All right. Because in order for God to do something new in you, you got to give him something. You got to let go of that belief. Well, it is what it is. No, it doesn't matter the age, baby. You still alive. This cycle has to break with you so it cannot be passed down to your children. All right. I've shared so many stories about the relationship between me and my mama, who she's now passed away, and a lot of things that she carried, she passed down to me. But thank God that I found God. And God said, no, you will not. You will not repeat this cycle. You will not carry this so that your baby KK will have this. No. God has to take you through those pruning seasons so he can pull some things out of you to pour his strength, his wisdom, everything that he has on the inside of you. When you invite God into your new identity, he starts shaping those wounds into a better, stronger version of you. You start thinking better. You start noticing how fearless you become of trying new things. You start speaking to yourself better. You start realizing, you know what? I got this. God got me. You start living out an actual love letter, being kind to yourself, showing yourself grace even through your mistakes. It's time to treat yourself better, baby. You look out for everybody else. It's your time. It's time to look at yourself in the mirror and realize that you've been beautiful, scars and all. And when you do this, you start breaking off the cycle of abandoning yourself. Listen, when my parents and my sister died, I spent years of grieving and I didn't know if I was coming or going. I let myself go bad. And now day by day, I'm putting myself back together. Well, God is putting me back together. Through my weakness, that's why I met God. And I'm glad I did because that's why I found newfound strength. That's why I found a new version of me, to be honest with you. You got to learn how to detach from the thought that you're not worthy. And you got to allow God to show you that you're meant to be here, alive, thriving, and making your mark, baby. And remember, breaking the cycles aren't just for you. It's for those generations that's coming behind you. But it starts with you, mama, okay? You're about to walk into a whole new identity, girl. So here's my question for you, Miss Ma'am. What part of yourself do you need to reclaim in order to stop abandoning you? Okay? We got to get rid of that. We got to let go of that. All right? Drop them in the comments and let's help each other get to our breakthrough.